Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Sanshina Veronica and today I'm back with another very interesting experience that I had a few days back. Ugh, my hair. Anyways, so if you follow my YouTube or my Instagram, you might be knowing that I recently met the Rose. And I posted a video of myself meeting the Rose, and that video apparently did pretty well on both the platforms. So I received a lot of DMs on my Instagram on how I met them, how it all happened, and like everything, like what I talked to them about, and questions, so many questions. So I thought, why not make it a video, because I want this whole experience to be pasted on my timeline forever and for it to just stay there forever, because wow, it was crazy. So I'm gonna tell you guys the whole thing. Let's begin. So from the beginning, if you guys scroll down on my YouTube videos a little bit, you'll find that I have always been a big fan of the Rose, and I used to react to their music videos and stuff as well with one of my friends who also really loves the Rose a lot. So since I'm in Korea now, I could go to the Rose concert. I went to the Rose concert in August, which was the last which was their last concert from their Once Upon a World tour. And yeah, it was the best concert that I've ever been to. I go to a lot of concerts, and I could literally say that the Rose concert was like a mesmerizing experience. It was crazy. I loved it. So after I came back from the concert, I got to know that the Rose's documentary, it's called Come Back to Me. It's a documentary about how they became the Rose, like their story, their personal stories, and the story of the Rose coming to fame, and coming until where they are now. So I wanted to watch the documentary, of course, when I got to know that it's selected for BIF, and Busan International Film is what BIF means. But the day of the ticketing, the day that the BIF released all the tickets, it was such a mess. It was so difficult to ticket that all the tickets were sold out. All the tickets of the first two screenings with guest visit were sold out. Only the ticket without the guest visit was left. So of course I was a little upset, like, okay, I cannot go for that one, but I still wanted to watch the documentary. So I was like, okay, even if I cannot go for the guest visit one, I will still go to watch the documentary, even if it's like just watching the documentary and coming out, no guest visit, I will still go for it. So I was ready to go for that, and then I found out that they are coming for outdoor greetings. Now BIF has, like Busan International Film Festival, they have these outdoor greetings, which is like the actor and the director or the producer, they will come on the stage. There is this huge stage, an outdoor stage. They will come on that stage and they will talk about their film, and they will tell the fans interesting things about the film, and basically they will just greet the fans over there. And that is free of cost, because it's an outdoor event. It's free of cost. You just have to go there and take a seat. And since it's a free event, a lot of people go for it. And if it's like a very popular group or a very popular like director or actor is coming, you would supposedly need to go ahead of time, like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 1 hour ahead of time. A lot of people go like 1-2 hours ahead of time and wait there to get like the front seats, because it's free, so you can also get the front seats. That was my plan. So I was like, okay, if I cannot get the guest visit tickets, it's good. It's fine. I would just go for the outdoor greetings. I'll go like 2 hours in prior and go take the front seats and just see the Rose over there. And then after that, I can just go and watch the documentary later. That was my plan. Now, the outdoor greetings were supposed to happen on the 20th of September, and that was the day of their first screening, which also had the guest visit. 19th of September at night, 11 p.m, we were like sitting down, me and my friend, we were like refreshing the page, refreshing the website, like maybe there's one ticket, and then one ticket did appear. One ticket appeared. We tried to get that ticket, and it was gone. It appeared, and then boom, we refreshed, it's gone. Someone booked it already. So I was like, okay, maybe it's not gonna happen. It's fine. We will just watch the outdoor greetings, and it's fine. It's whatever. But then suddenly one more ticket appeared. So there were like 3 aisles, here, in the middle, and on the side. So like on the right side, in the middle, and on the left side. and in front is the stage and the screen. So I got my ticket on the right side in the fifth row, which was row E, and the seat number was 27, I think, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, the seat number was 27, and it was on row E, which is the fifth row, and it was on the extreme right aisle. So I saw the ticket and I was like, and I booked it. I booked that ticket, and I was super happy that I got that ticket. But then at the same time, I was like a little bit like, it's like right in the corner. Like, it's not such a, like, I want it in the middle aisle, like in the middle aisle, so I could like see right in front. But it was in the side, so I was like, I mean, it's fine. No, it's whatever. And what my friend who was also going with me, she got a ticket right at the back, so she was also not very happy with the tickets. But we were still happy that at least we got the ticket. At least we will attend the screening, that the one that has a guest visit. So at least we're gonna see the Rose for 30 minutes, and we get to like ask them questions and like interact with them. So next morning, it's the 20th of September. When we were leaving, my friend got another seat, and it was in the middle aisle. So she got the seat in the middle aisle in row D, which is the fourth row, and right in the middle. And it was an amazing seat. So I was like, so she told me like, Sanjita, you should also keep trying, keep refreshing, keep trying. Maybe a better seat appears. Maybe somewhere like in the middle a seat appears. And I was like, yeah, let's just try. So I was constantly trying to refresh it. I was trying to cancel the seat, the one that I got in the row E on the right side, like the right aisle. I wanted to cancel that, and I wanted to get in the middle aisle. I wanted to sit in the front. Like, I wanted to get the front seats. So I tried my best, but I just could not find a ticket for the middle aisle. So I was like, okay, well, a little sad, but I mean, it's fine. At least I'm there, shouldn't be greedy. At least I'm there. So I was like, okay, fine, at least I'm there. So I went there 1.5 hours early before the outdoor greetings, and I went there and I took a seat in the second row for the outdoor greetings. But then after one of the some other directors were there, when their outdoor greetings were over, a few of the front seats were empty. So me and my friend, we switched and we went to the front seat. So at least for the outdoor greetings, I was in the front seat. I was so happy. Like, I'm gonna see the Rose up close, and I'm gonna hear them talk, but not through the mic, but I can hear their real voice, like, raw voice. And I was so happy, like, wow, I love their voices. Like, they're my favorite vocalists in the whole world. I love their voices. And then the moment came, they came up on the stage, and they were right in front of me. So, like, right in front of me. Ethereal, like, beautiful. And I could just like, they would like, of course, because we're sitting in front, so it's natural for anybody to look at the people who are sitting in the front seat. So of course they were looking at us sitting in the front seat, waving at us. And I'm like, me and my friends, we're like a little giggly people. So every time that they were looking here, I was like, like, I was being like that. So sorry. But yeah, I was super excited. So I was like, and then they were also like, it's natural human thing. Like, if you see someone looking at you and really like giggling and smiling, you will break into a smile. So a lot of times Dojun was looking this way and he was like smiling at us and all of those things. And all of them, they were looking at the people sitting in front, even at the back. But of course, like, it's normal to look more at the people who are right in front of you. There was supposed to be a photo shoot. Like, not supposed to be, there is a photo shoot. There is always a photo shoot at the end of the outdoor greetings. So they turn to their left, they turn to their right, and then they turn in the middle and they do the photo shoot. So now, because I was sitting on the right side, so when they turn to their right to take the photos, they're facing me directly, because the camera guy, he's just standing like a little like in front of me, but not completely covering me, like on the side. But when they face this way, they're completely facing towards me and where my friend was sitting, me and my friend. So they turn around and they're all four of them, they're directly looking at us, because the camera is over there, so they're directly looking at us and we're directly looking at them. And I was like, what am I, how? I was like, but I was really excited. Yeah, like imagine standing a boy band from the beginning, from their first album, and you finally watch them, like you finally watch them shining, you finally watch them getting all the recognition they deserve. I was so proud of them. I was so proud of them. I was overwhelmed because I was so proud of them. Just like that, the outdoor greetings were over. I was on cloud 9 after the outdoor greetings were over because I was like, this is what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted. Now I have no regrets that, you know, my seat is on the side for the guest visit and for the premiere of their documentary, because I lived my moment at the outdoor greeting. So it's done, it's perfect, and I was super happy. I was thanking God. I was like, thank you, Jesus, for making this happen. This is an amazing present. Now it was finally the time for the film, and hold your breath, guys. This is the moment. Hold your breath. Be prepared. So we go to the theater. We arrive there. And we arrived there like 3 minutes before the show time. And we were 4 friends who went to watch. And we all had our seats in different places. So 2 of my friends were somewhere in the back seats, and one of my friend she got the amazing seat in the, you know, in the middle aisle, and she was there, and I was on the side seat. So I gave my power bank to one of my friend who was seated at the back because she needed it. And when I arrived at my seat, I checked my phone, and my phone was also running out of battery. So I wanted to get the power bank back from her. So I left my stuff in my seat, and I got up and I started to walk towards my friend's seat, which is at the back. And there were a lot of people who were coming inside, and everyone was like looking for their seats and searching and sitting in their seats, and the lights were all on, you know, the lights were all on. So I was looking down and I was walking up, and I was like, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, like, you know, like I was like that, excuse me, and I was walking up. I was like, excuse me, and the voice said something. I was like, I looked up because I was like, who's this? I looked up and it was Hajun, and I'm like, oh hi. And he's like, hey. How do I explain that? I was phased, you know, like I was like that, but it was my reflex action. Like I didn't even plan, but it was just my reflex that I was like, hey, to him, and he was like, hi, with a very, very nice smile. He was like, hi, and then he passed through. And I was still collecting myself, like, okay, Hajun just said, I just said hi to Hajun, not even like I said, like he's on the stage and I'm on the ground, I'm like, hi, and he's like, hey. It wasn't even like that. It was a very personal, like, one-to-one hi to Hajun, and I was still collecting myself. I was so, like, I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, phased maybe. I was still collecting myself, and the moment Hajun passed, it was Jeff. And I was like, Jeff? And Jeff is like really tall, you know? So Hajun passed, and I look here and I see this guy with like a very bedazzled jacket in front of me, and I'm like, and I look up and it's Jeff, and I was like, hi, because I just said hi to him. So I was like, my reflex actions are very quick. So I was like, hi. Like I couldn't even, like, my mouth worked faster than my brain. So my brain was still lagging. My brain was still stuck on the fact that I just said hi to Hajun, and my mouth was already saying hi to Jeff. My body was not functioning at that time, and I was like, hi. And he was like, hey. And he passed through, and the moment Jeff passed through, I was like, don't look down anymore, girl. Don't look down. Don't look down. I think they're all here. And then after Jeff passed, it was Woo-sung who came from there, and then I just entered the aisle and I let Woo-sung go first, and then he also, like, we looked at each other, so we were like, hi, and he was like, hi. And after Woo-sung, there was Dojun. Like, after these 3 people, I was like, I really don't know how to explain these emotions, because I was so shook that after that, Dojun came, and I was just looking at Dojun like that. I was like, I'm supposed to say hi to him as well, right? But I think I just looked at him. I don't even remember. I don't think I said hi to Dojun. I forgot to say hi to Dojun because I just saw him and I'm like, and my voice didn't come out. There was no voice. My voice caught up with my brain. Like my brain was lagging, right? And now they both caught up and stopped functioning. So I went to get the power bank from my friend. I took the power bank from her. And we were like, you know, it's a very girl thing. We're like, oh my gosh, we were like that to each other. And then I took the power bank and I wanted to go back to my seat. And I turned around to look where they're going. They entered the 5th row of the middle aisle. I was sitting in the 5th row of the right aisle, and they were entering the 5th row of the middle aisle, and they were sitting right behind my friend who was sitting in the, middle row in the 4th, middle aisle in the 4th row. They were right behind her. And I was like, they're sitting in the 5th row? What are the odds that they would sit in the 5th row? I was like, oh my gosh. So every time, throughout the movie, they will be in the same row as me. Okay, not the same aisle, but at least the same row as me. I was like, wow. And I saw, like, there were people sitting on, like, next to them. And I'm like, the girls who got the tickets to sit next to them, the fans are so lucky. Like, imagine watching a film and the person who is on the film in the big screen is next to you. It's crazy. And I took my power bank and I was going back. And then I saw some people were like taking pictures with them. So I'm an extrovert. I should utilize my personality, my MBTI, right? So I was like, let's use my extrovert self. Like, what's the worst that can happen? They would say no. They don't want to take a picture with me. Okay, fine. They have full rights to say no to, taking a picture with me. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go and ask like a person should normally before taking a picture. And if they say no, they say no. I respect it and I will go back and sit. And that's fine. That's really fine. Actually, there's nothing to even feel bad about it because they're humans and they might not be in the mood of taking a picture with anybody, so they can say no, and that's okay. That's not embarrassing. You were a nice person to ask, and they were also a nice person to very politely decline to you. So I gave myself the TED talk and I was like, okay, let's just go and be like a nice person, just ask them, because you never know when you're gonna meet them again. So just take a shot, ask them politely. If they say no, you go back. And I saw they were already taking pictures with other people, so maybe just in case they say yes. So I went, and I'm more of a video person than a picture person. So I just went there and I was like, hey, can I take a video with you guys? And they were all like, ah, yay! They were so cute. They're such cute people, bro, please. Darshan was like, and Wusang was also like, Jeff was looking somewhere else, but he also later looked and he was like, Hajun was talking to a girl next to him. So I didn't know that because the girl was covered by Hajun. So I just thought that he's just looking that way. So I was like, hey, can you guys call Hajun, please? And I was like, Hajun. I called him. And then he looked at me. And then he just said like that. And then I saw the girl also peep. So I was like, oh, he's talking to someone. So I didn't want to disturb. Like, another fan is having her moment. So, I don't want to be selfish and just like ruin their moment. So I was like, oh, okay. When I realized that he's talking to somebody else, I was like, oh, okay. And then he just saw, he smiled, and then he turned back and he started talking to the girl that he was talking to. So I was like, okay, so I got my video and I just sat there and I looked at them and Dojun was like looking at me. So I thought, I should say something nice, right? I can't just go away. So I was like, he was next to me, guys. Dojun was sitting next to me. Like, he was next to me. I have to say something, right? And you know what I told him? I was like, I went to your concert. And it was the best concert I ever attended. A normal celebrity would say, thank you. You know what? My favorite celebrity said, "How many concerts have you ever been to?" Like this, exactly like this. "How many concerts have you ever been to?" He judged me. It was Woo Song who said that. He was like, "How many concerts?" And I'm like, I thought he's asking me how many the Rose concerts. I was like, 1. And he was like, "Yeah, that's why it's your favorite concert." And I'm like, no, I mean, I've been to a lot of other concerts, and the Rose concert was my favorite. And he's like, "No, you just haven't been to enough concerts. That's why you like our concert." I'm like, bro, just say, just accept it. Just accept it that you guys are an amazing band, and there can be people who love you more than any other bands. But bro has no acceptance. He was like, "That's why that's why we are your favorite concert. You just haven't been to enough concerts." And then he started to laugh. And then Dojun was trying to be, the the sunshine. He was like, "She means the Rose concert, right? You've been to the Rose concert." I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say." And he's like, "She means the Rose concert. Come on." And he's like, he's just laughing. He's just laughing. So, what is the conversation I had with my favorite boy band? Yeah, I got clowned by them. I was biggest achievement of my life. I got clowned by my favorite boy band, y'all. And Jeff was also laughing. Hajun was just busy talking to the other person. Jeff was laughing. Dojun was laughing. Wusong was laughing. They just clowned me for 30 seconds. Or 1 minute straight. And after that, I don't even remember what I said, because I was so cringe. The Rose, if you're watching this video, please know that I'm not that cringe in usual life. I just didn't know what to say to you. It was just too unpredictable, too surprising for me that this was even happening to me. Yeah, that. It was too fast. I didn't know what to do. I just did whatever I could. So that, whoever was curious, that was a conversation we had, y'all. They were and the thing is that they're like friends, They will treat you like friends. They don't like, you can just tease them and you can have fun with them. You can just have like a normal conversation. Like, when I was talking to them, they felt like, my like your typical male friends who will literally tease the hell out of you. Yeah, they're like that. So that's why I love them. And after the whole conversation was over, so because the film was supposed to start, so one of the staff, she was like, "Hey, excuse me, we're gonna start," like that. So I was like, "Okay, thank you." So I just got up and I went back to my seat. I went back to where I was sitting, and which is, of course, the same row just next to them on that side. And I went to sit, and I looked back at my friend, and my friend was like, "Oh my god, you spoke to them, girl, you spoke to them." And I was like, "Yeah, I spoke to them. And I was just talking to her, and I was like, she showed like, "Wow, they're sitting in the same row as you." And I'm like, "Oh my god," like, I was mouthing it to her, like, the girls who are sitting next to them are so lucky. Like, imagine, sitting next to them, and throughout the whole film, like, wow. So I was like, turned back, and I was having that conversation with my friend, and then she's like, "Look next to you, look next to you." She was like that, and I'm like, "What? Look next to me? Like, what are you saying?" And I was turned like that, and I looked next to me. I just turned my face. They moved seats, and now they're sitting next to me. So this is my seat, and next to me was sitting like a lady. She was like a middle-aged lady, and next to the lady was Taekyung, and next to Taekyung was Hajun. And on the middle row, like in the middle, there's space to walk, and then next to that, Woo-sung and Dojun. Taekyung was just sitting one seat away from me, the lady, and Taekyung, and then Hajun. Even on the other side, I think next to Woo-sung, there was Dojun, and then one of their staff, and like, I think so, that's how they put it. In front of me was the production crew. Behind me was the production crew. Next to me was the director. So my seat was in the middle of all the production crews. In the front, on this side, behind. This side was the rows. How did I ticket for that seat? I don't know. Would I have cried if I would have cancelled that seat to sit in front? Yes! I'm telling you guys, God is amazing. God is amazing. The fact that I got that seat, and even when I tried to change my seat, God was like, no girl, no, just go with what I gave you. Just go with what I gave you. You will realize that that is the right choice for you. This was like a testimony of God's plan is always better than our plan. My plan was to sit in front, in the middle aisle, right in front. God's plan was no, you will sit in the 5th row. What, like, there's the 3rd row, there's the 6th row, there's the 4th row, but them sitting in the 5th row, and not even in the middle aisle. Like, they're the actors. They would sit in the middle aisle, right in the middle, to see, you know, from the middle the whole film. No, they're sitting on the, not even the left aisle, the right aisle. How does that happen? That's a K-drama. Whoever says K-dramas are not real, shut up. They are real. I can testify. K-dramas are real, guys, because if that's not a K-drama, I don't know what it is. I felt like when that was happening, when they came and sat next to me, I was like, am I inside a K-drama? Is Extraordinary You maybe a true K-drama? Am I inside a webtoon? Is my life being like... guys, I cannot explain to you that feeling of watching someone on the big screen and you turn your head and they're next to you. That feeling is crazy. I don't know if I'll ever get to have that. I know I'm a film student. I might get to have that again in my life, but I don't know when. But this was my first time, and it was like a dream. It was magical. The whole movie was magical. I was watching them react to their own film, to their own stories live, and it was just a mind moment. The documentary was fantastic, marvelous piece of art. You guys, if you have a chance, please go and watch Come Back to Me. It's an amazing documentary. Great production of the documentary, and of course their story is crazy inspiring, so you must watch it. And now something happened between the film as well. So when I was watching the film, Taegyeom's part was actually really sad. Like, really sad. And I watched him cry during the screening. Like, he was breaking down. He was crying. Like, he was crying, and he had nothing to, like, wipe his tears off. So he was like, you know, he was like that. Like, he was trying to get his tears off, but he was constantly crying, and he just couldn't, like, he was wiping his tears off with his hands and everything, and he had makeup on. And so I always carry tissues with me. I fished into my bag and I pulled out a tissue, and with all the bravery that it took me during the film, in the middle of the film, I tapped Taegyeom's arms like that. So I was sitting this side, so it was this way, this side. So I was like, I tapped him, and you know, he was crying, and with those like, with those teary eyes, he just looked at me like that, and I gave him the tissue. I didn't say anything to him. I didn't talk to them at all during the film, because I didn't want to disturb them, and I didn't want to be one of those nosy fans who are just super annoying. So I didn't want to do all of those things. And also, I was enjoying the film a lot, so I did not want them to, I don't know what to say, like, yeah, I just didn't want to be one of those people. No, we're watching a film, so we just quietly watch the film. So I did not say a word. Even when he was crying, I did not say a word to him, because I don't know if I had the right to do it, if I am at the place to do it. So, and I did not want to cross the boundaries. So I just took a tissue, but as a human, I knew I could do this much. I took a tissue and I tapped him. He looked at me and I gave him the tissue. And he was like, his face lit up, you know. He's so sweet. He's such a sweetie. Like, when I gave him the tissue, he held the tissue with his hand. He held it and he was like, thank you. And he just took the tissue. Like, he smiled so bright. Like, he was crying and then suddenly he got the tissue and he smiled so bright. I was just happy in that moment that I could at least make him smile when he was really crying. That's I think my biggest achievement, or I think that's any fan's biggest achievement, to make their, you know, their idols or their stars happy or smile when they are completely breaking down. So it was a very precious moment for me. And I saw Hajun making fun of the guys when their young baby photos were being revealed. I saw Hajun like making fun of them, teasing them. I saw all of those things happening. I was watching that real life. Like, I was watching them react to their own documentary in real life. So that was an amazing experience. For 2 hours we watched the film, and just before the film got over, like the end credits were going on, they silently, all of them, they got up and they, you know, they left, and they were prepared. They prepared for the guest visit, like went to the site, and they were waiting for the film to be over. The film was over, and then the guest visit began. And then in the guest visit, they were basically just singing. They were no, not singing. Like they they sang at the end. In the beginning, they were answering questions, and then they were taking requests for like from the audience what song we want to hear, and they had a mini concert also. So we made some suggestions, and they took some of our suggestions. I was like, and I think it was towards the end, Wusong was like, okay, next song. So I was like, your favorite song? And he's like, my favorite song? And he looks at me and he's like, I don't have a favorite song. And then he's like, okay, I'm gonna sing this song. Then he goes with another song, and he starts to sing that song. So if you're the Rose fan, be ready to get clowned by them left and right every time. So after being clowned so much, but they gave us an amazing mini concert. I was so happy. This was my second one in 3 weeks. So in 1 month, the second time I'm hearing the Rose live. So I was so happy, y'all. And I also got to hear Trauma live. That was the first time they sang Trauma to a live audience, to their fans, and I was present there and I witnessed that. So a day full of amazing experiences I had, and at the end we all said bye to each other, and then they left. And yeah, basically that's the story of what happened with the Rose, and it was crazy. Nothing else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed me telling you my experience with the Rose, and if you're the Rose fan, I hope you get to experience something like this as well, because it's amazing. And if you don't know who the Rose is, please do listen to their music. They make amazing music, and I'm sure you're gonna love it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. God loves you, and you're precious.